You already know we had to rock the freshly shaven stash for this one in honor of Skeens and Reynolds in the All-Star game. There's a lot to go over today. The Pirates won 5 games in a week for the first time this season. All of the All-Star game events. College Football 25 has been released. And people are still bringing up Harrison Butker for no reason. This is episode number 111. Make a wish. I wish it went a little to the left.
Live from Central Pennsylvania with your host Ian DiCarlo, this is Hoagies and Pierogis.
The Ski Stash! The Ski Stash!
Welcome to the Big Ten.
Beecher's going drink, man. Let's go!
So this weekend was kind of insane. There was an assassination attempt on Trump this past weekend, as I'm sure you've all heard. Crazy that if the shooter was Clay Holmes, Trump would probably not be with us anymore.
Trying to avoid the division lead, snap to a game, and Kerstad gets hit in the helmet.
Now they are going to take him out of the game.
Oddly enough, no one reacted like this trying to find the shooter.
Empty. Two frustrated teams letting it all hang out here at Camden Yards, and there are some punches being thrown.
Listen, seriously, for 1 second, I don't believe it was set up for the sole reason that one person in the crowd died and 2 others were critically injured, and I think actually one of those people has died since I wrote that down. So it either wasn't staged or it didn't go how they planned and they fucked up. Zero in between. Everyone saying it's a hoax kind of sounds like the idiots Alex Jones that denied Sandy Hook. Do you want to be equated with them? No, I didn't think so. What's really crazy about the whole thing is that Kerstad was initially in the lineup the next day, but then was taken out and placed on the 7-day concussion IL to get a rest through the All-Star break. Why even risk it with the break right around the corner? I mean, why would you even put him in the lineup for that last game before the break? Doesn't make any sense. Okay, Pirates first, then we'll go over all the All-Star break festivities. The Brewer series was truly up and down with the team winning 12-2, getting shut out 9-0, and then shutting the Brewers out 1-0. Josh Fleming starting ended up not mattering at all. I put all of the home runs in that game in the last episode. Then they could not get anything going in the second game of the series. It doesn't help that Martin Perez keeps getting smacked around. What's up with him? Come on, dude. He's having the opposite season in terms of performance than Rowdy. And if that's the inverse relationship, then I'll take it. I'd rather have Perez shit the bed every other start than Rowdy sucking it up daily at first base. And then the last game of the series was Skeens Day, the last Skeens start before the break. He proved why he was named the NL starter for the All-Star game. Let's go! Even though he labored through the first 2 innings and had 7 strikeouts after 3 innings. I think he had like 60 pitches in the first 3 innings. He reined in going for strikeouts a little bit and induced soft contact to have a couple quick innings and got through 7 no-hit innings with 99 pitches, 1 walk, and 11 strikeouts. The thing that everyone is bitching about in this game is Shelton taking him out after 7. And I agree with his decision wholeheartedly, to be honest with you. First off, he threw 107 pitches in his last game, and he was obviously tired. He struck out Yelich on only 97 miles an hour in the 7th inning there. Second off, if Skeens does go out for the 8th and immediately lets on a base runner, that's dangerous because it's 1-0. Whichever reliever comes in now has to hold the Brewers scoreless with a runner already on. And yeah, even the guys Shelton goes to regularly and trusts even have some unpredictable outings a la Chapman. Holderman has been very good outside of his family watching him, but he still made us all sweat a little bit there. And third, people keep bringing up his pitch count in college. Do you also want to mention someone like Jack Leiter or Kumar Rocker, who also regularly threw 120-plus pitches at Vanderbilt? And no, and their arms are toast now. Stop it. This was absolutely the right decision. Now, if they ended up losing the game, there might be a different story, but they won, so we're all good. This is a non-story, non-factor. And they keep asking him. They brought it up at the All-Star game. He was like, whoa, do you wish you would have been let in, would have stayed in for the game? Obviously, any pitcher would. But it seems like, yeah, I would want to stay in, but, you know, that's obviously not my decision. And Shelton said that I was looking tired. So, and I was feeling a little bit tired, I guess. So it's whatever. Whatever decision helps the team win. That's totally fine with me. I glean nothing from that response. Then after the Brewers series, they made a short jaunt over to Chicago to face the White Sox. And there really is no better way to coast in the All-Star break than facing the worst team in the league. The first game was awesome because the White Sox had a plan in place to give Crochet a short outing to take full advantage of the break, a.k.a. rest his arm for whoever trades for him. He had 4 strikeouts in 2 innings, so facing him all game might have been absolute hell. Marco Gonzalez being back is huge for the rotation if Perez is going to keep shit in the bed and if Falter's out for longer, even though I heard he's going to come back soon, especially if he keeps pitching like he did in this one. 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 1 earned run, 4 Ks on 60 pitches. This is exactly what you expect out of him. Low velocity, soft contact, good command, getting through it. And on Saturday, the Pirates finally had a 3-game streak of any kind, winning or losing, for the first time since they had a 4-game losing streak that ended right before Skeen's first start. So the Skeen's effect should be studied and taken into account when he forces Nutting to give him an 8-year, $250 million extension this offseason. But the Bucs scored in the first inning, and then there wasn't anything until the 6th when the White Sox tied the game at 1. They answered right back in the 7th, though, with 2 runs, and then went on a tear in the 8th with 3 insurance runs to win 6-2. As the White Sox picked up their 70th loss of the season. That is so bad. I was looking at the lineups. I was going through the results after the game. Dude, I would absolutely not be mad if the Pirates end up trading for Tommy Pham on the cheap. He doesn't have much power, but he's hitting .265, and that is just objectively better than the .177 average that Sawinski is hitting currently. In that case, you would also have more than enough trade capital to get someone like Jazz Chisholm, who Tommy Pham would beat the shit out of if he starts to act up. That's my one concern about him. But yeah, you wouldn't even have to shift the outfield around too much. This also allows you to get rid of Michael A. Taylor's bat and keep him as a defensive substitute. Or just get rid of him completely. That would be fine too. Tommy Pham, I would not mind that.
There's a reason why, I do all kinds of fighting in the off season because I'm prepared to fuck somebody up. So you can take it as what it is.
And on Sunday, dude, holy shit. They won again. And I cannot believe the Pirates are 500 and 2 games out of a wild card position to the break. This is almost surreal. Holy shit. If you would have told me, like, at the end of May that they would be in this position, I would not have believed you. Unfortunately, this game was a planned short start for Keller. Like, I was going to criticize Crochet, the White Sox doing that to Crochet, but the Pirates had the same plan for Keller here, and he didn't even get the chance to keep his 5 innings pitch streak going. Yay! Oh, well. At the very least, they won this game. It ending at 49 games kind of sucks. But, yeah, fuck. That's all you can ask for this is winning the game after he was taken out after 3 innings. They have to add now. There is almost no choice. Being 500 in playoff contention and not covering some obvious holes in the lineup would be the ultimate fuck you from Nutting. Even in 2013, they added Marlon Byrd and Justin Morneau. Please, for the love of God. Good 4-game winning streak going into the break for the Pirates. Hopefully they can keep things rolling when they come out of it. It's getting exciting, fellas. Still got 2 weeks until the trade deadline. So they still have a chance to fuck it up. One bad week might push them in the other direction of selling. First event of the All-Star break was the draft on Sunday, unless you count the Futures game and the Celebrity Softball game, which somehow got more attention from MLB socials than trying to promote their own future players. With the number 9 pick, the Pirates took Connor Griffin. He stands at 6'4" and 205 pounds and has the potential to be a true 5-tool player. A lot of people are saying he's the top high school player in this draft. He's listed at shortstop on ESPN, but is listed in nearly every other online publication as an outfielder / shortstop. If he has the tools, let him play wherever he wants when the time comes. And you know what? Unless the pick was Nick Kurtz, who got drafted at number 4 to the A's, we don't really have to have any serious conversations about when we think Griffin will make his major league debut. And people were bitching up a storm on Twitter. This is not the NFL draft. Oh, well, Why even take him if he's not going to be ready for 3+ years? Our window is 2025 to 2027. That is completely made up, and you are just talking out of your ass. I used to say the same thing about windows. Bullshit. Take the best player available, and I think Connor Griffin was. Everyone who was complaining that they didn't get Nick Kurtz didn't know who the fuck he was 2 hours before the draft. So I don't want to hear it at all. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It seems like the Pirates got some good high school guys in this draft, which is a little bit of a change in philosophy from what they've been going for the past 2 or 3 years. A lot of college guys, a lot of college pitchers, a lot of college bats. This one, a lot of high school bats, a lot of high school pitchers. And there's one kid that sits like 91, 92. He's like 6'5", I think. He's 17 years old. I think he's going to be good. I can't remember what his name is. Didn't write it down here, but fuck. It seems like a pretty good draft. All right, now we move on to the home run derby. What was that national anthem?
Oh, God. Bring it home. All right, bring it home. Make up for it. You got this. Just Fergie did. One more chance. Oh. Well, America, where you can try your best and see what happens.
Ingrid Andres, who, listen, every single performer that they announced on Twitter, I had never heard of them before. Oh, local Texas rapper, whoever the fuck. I don't know. Why does that get me excited? Oh, they're playing in the All-Star Village. Why do I care? I'm not there. I can't watch it. But yeah, Ingrid Andres blamed it on being drunk. Dude, I could be a 30 rack deep and sing a better national anthem than that. What? She apologized for it on Instagram, which, listen, absolutely appreciate her being so candid about it. Good on her, honestly. She said she's checking into rehab, and she was like, oh, I heard it was fun. I was like, you really had to say that at the end? Come on. Some of these intros were really funny. He's a regular at his local salon, just pure lettuce, voted best hair in high school, Alec Baum. 24 years old with a goatee, Bobby Witt. Because he's as strong as a bear, and also because he's a big white guy. First name in English, last name in Spanish. It's Pete Alonso. And I felt like this was a great combination of old school versus the new school way of doing the derby. I loved the graphic for the 40 pitches, and it really, really reminded me of the dots showing up on the board like the old home run derby. And I didn't realize that it was just straight up top four that made the next round. It wasn't like a 1-8, 2-7, 3-6, 4-5 matchup structure like years past, which this is what it should be. Top four advance, then you move on into like a seeded round. Alonso and Gunnar Henderson shit the bed completely. Giles, after being so consistent for 2 years, lost his mojo. It's time for him to retire. And then Alec Baum made the semifinals, just like everyone thought.
Semifinals. How about that is right. He just realized.
Just like everyone thought.
Oh, man. And then him having the swing off with Teoscar Hernandez was a great moment. And then after Teoscar went and he was like, holy shit, I might win this thing. Him crying almost made me cry. Oh, my God. But then Bobby Witt turned it the fuck on, and he was 5 feet away from tying it up. 5 feet from it going over the wall. It hit the wall in center field. And that sucks because in a lot of other ballparks, that would have been a home run. Texas, the Ranger Stadium, has one of the deepest center fields in the whole game. So that's unfortunate. I did put a $10 bet on Bobby Witt to win, and I used my Little 30% boost. I would have said thank you, Jeff Bisson. I would have given credit where credit was due, but yeah. And speaking of credit where credit is due, that was Adam Ray's video of the national anthem girl. And man, I knew the Pirates should have signed Teoscar Hernandez. I should go back and find it. I wasn't really planning on it because there's so much to go over in this one. But God, oh, that really makes me want to go back and find the clip of me saying the Pirates should sign him. I am recording this on Tuesday before the All-Star game. So we'll see how Skeens does against Quan Henderson and Soto to start out. And I'll add that in right here. There was a look of serenity on everyone's face after that anthem. That's how it's supposed to be. By a man. And Jesus Christ, the American League jerseys are blinding. I don't know if it's just the saturation on my laptop. My parents were watching the game. They said that it was not that blinding on their screen, but yeah, it was bad. I got a live reaction to Paul Skeens. Let's go. Ooh, the splinker. First splinker. Let's go. Dude, shut the fuck up. I don't want to see any fastballs from Skeens. It'll get blasted on the first at-bat of the game, and we all know it. The four-seamer just got hit. It was a pop-up, but still, it got hit. Gunner's got nothing on Skeens. I don't know if Skeens was flying fighter jets. I think that's wrong. You're not going to be your first year in the Air Force flying fighter jets. What the fuck? Soto got Soto to swing at the first pitch like that. Oh my God. Dude, shut the fuck up. Why does this guy want to see four-seam fastball so much? Shut the fuck up. Shut up. We got the four-seamer that was so fucking boring. Oh, the Soto shuffle against him. That infuriates me. No. That was just a called ball for because he didn't catch it. Are you kidding me? Oh, that was definitely a strike. What the fuck was that? Come on. Are you joking? Just because the catcher didn't catch the fucking pitch. That's the only reason it wasn't a called strike. Well, there you go. One pitch against Aaron Judge to get him to ground out. That's probably it for Paul Skeens. That might be the end of the live reaction here. And Skeens struck Soto out. That was a dropped third strike, in my opinion. If Contreras would have caught that ball, Soto would have been out. I don't know what the fuck this guy was talking about. I'm sure I mentioned it in the live reaction, but I want to mention it now, just in case. Might be going over it twice. Why was that guy having such a fetish over Skeens' fastball? He's like, oh, I want to see the four-seamer. Oh, I wonder when he's going to use his four-seamer. I want to see the four-seamer. Dude, it's his most boring pitch. Why are you so obsessed over it? It was making him hard. It didn't make any sense to me. Then Ohtani hit a home run to make it 3-0. The NL at that point was working AL pitching. And you know what? I, for one, didn't really like that answer from Skeens when he mentioned all three decks being full, even though I said I didn't really glean anything from his answer earlier to the question that he was asked before about being taken out after 7 innings. I think that's telling, honestly. I think Livy is working his mind as she wants to be in New York or LA so bad. All right, and I wasn't seeing a pitch clock. This was taking for fucking ever. It took about an hour and 10 minutes to get through 4 innings. Then I thought about it. I was like, that's a little bit longer than what's been normal this year. But, God, start this shit at 6. And my God, please give up whatever it takes to get Mason Miller from the A's. Termar, Solomito, Ashcraft, all three of them, I don't care. Please send them to Purgatory in Oakland or wherever the fuck they're playing next year. Instantly gives the Pirates a real closer. But Bender's coming back after the All-Star break, I'm pretty sure, so don't take it from me. And then, of course, fucking Hunter Green puked up a home run to Jarren Duran, and the AL took a 5-3 lead. And for Duran, that was for being snubbed initially. Mitch Keller should have been on the roster instead of Green. He beat him head-to-head. And then at this point, it was still just taking forever. Yeah. Stand Up to Cancer is awesome. Let's get on with it if you want to retain viewers. Jesus Christ. I stopped watching after the 6th inning at 10 o'clock. This shit needs to start at 6 p.m. like the Super Bowl. And I'm glad I did go to bed because there wasn't a single run scored after that Duran home run. So Skeens did well, and Soto was a hard at-bat like expected. He worked the count full. He was really the only one that put up any fight one pitch to get Aaron Judge out. And then last thing in the game, Reynolds, what do you know? Got a hit after being subbed in the 7th. So it was a pretty boring game overall, I would say. AL wins the game for the 10th time in 11 All-Star games. The NL won last year, and that's it for the past 11 years. That's insane. What the fuck? All right, back to the regular podcast. Let's move on to the NBA. LeBron really needs to take a page out of Jalen Brunson's book. He signed a 4-year, $156 million extension that will keep him with the Knicks through the 27-28 season. Now, that doesn't seem... You're like, holy shit, that's a lot of fucking money. Until you realize that he could have played out his contract this year and would have been eligible to sign a deal worth $113 million more than what he just signed for. But he is a real one for that. This is taking Brady, this is taking Mahomes to the extreme. That is an insane pay cut. Holy fuck. If they can add one big impact guy or trade picks for one, this Knicks team that looked real last year could be a couple steps above, and that's scary to think about for the rest of the league. Let's get into what we've all been waiting for years. Years. Since they first announced it, I think it's been like 3 years. I'm pretty sure it was 2021. But the last NCAA game was NCAA 13. College Football 25 came out this week. For the people that pre-ordered the deluxe edition, I'm on the road, so I just got the standard edition. I'm not going to be able to play till Friday anyway. And this past weekend, a bunch of different people were playing the game against each other on Twitch. On Sunday, they had a matchup of Shane Gillis versus Dan Soder. I love that they got this opportunity because they both have been talking about the game so much on their own podcasts. Biggest quotable from the game was, "Oh, you're going to make me pulse." That was so fucking funny. But, I mean, it was not disappointing because they were so focused on the game. But there really is an art to being able to talk to chat and playing the game at the same time. And, dude, Twitch chat blows. No wonder why I don't watch anything on there anymore. I put 3 words in caps. No spamming in caps. And then I was banned for saying, you guys are... I fucking hate this chat. The mods are fucking stupid. So yeah, obviously I was just trying to get banned at that point. I think I'm gonna have to start a dynasty with WVU first. They need some glory. But this may have been mentioned to me before. There is no crossplay for fucking dynasty mode. No crossplay for Dynasty mode. You even said it yourself in the main video. That's that's people's favorite mode. One of the main reasons that people are getting the game. Now, a lot of my friends have it on Xbox. So, honestly, being able to play it out of town is appealing. But I'm also going to have to buy it on the fucking Xbox. And the graphics are like way lower quality I just have the Series S that I take with me on the road compared to the PS5. It's trash. If it works, it works. All right, and let's go over this real quick. Serena Venus and Quinta Brunson calling out Harrison Butker is petty as fuck. When did Butker ever say he didn't watch women's sports?
So go ahead and enjoy women's sports like you would any other sports. Because they are sports. Yes.
Except you, Harrison Butker. We don't need you.
At all. Like ever.
Everyone outside of... Jesus Christ. Everyone is taking him way too literally. This is the exact same thing that the right does to Kaepernick. Ooh, shut up, Butker. You insulted all women. You can believe what you want, but don't project it on me. And then the right's like, shut up, Kaepernick. You insulted all of America. You can believe what you want, but don't project it on me. Nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, that either of these guys have ever said or ever done infringes upon anything that would impede any of us from living our lives like we have been. Their beliefs are their beliefs. And if they aren't hurting anyone or disrespecting anyone, leave them alone. I only use this comparison because this is unwarranted outrage from both sides of the spectrum, both right and left. The only difference between the two is that Kaepernick wanted to be seen. Butker probably didn't even know that what he said would be put out like it was, because who the hell is sitting down and watching the Benedictine College graduation ceremony if you have no affiliation with the school? A bunch of fucking weirdos. All right, Receiver is out on Netflix. I got halfway through the first episode. I was playing a lot of Destiny this weekend. And speaking of receivers, Ayuk has officially requested a trade, but then almost immediately the 49ers came out and said, we are not trading him. So I guess the same thing kind of happened with Debo a couple years ago when he was like, well, if I don't get a new contract, I'm going to be traded. And then they worked things out. So it is what it is. All right, let's scroll through Twitter here. Oh, Bryce Harper with the little baby on the All-Star Game red carpet. Oh, my God. This is from Tyler Glass now. I sucked when I was 22. Yeah, you did. We know. Oh, shit. The third new show on Gas Digital is going to be hosted. It's going to be a podcast hosted by Violent J from Insane Clown Posse. No way. The motherfuckers actually did it. That's hilarious. Oh, that's great. Good things coming for Gas Digital. Hey, Lewis, I'll be a guest on Rap. Do it, bitch. You won't, pussy. But yeah, I believe that's it for this week. We had a packed week. All right, make sure to leave a like and comment on each video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hoagies and Pierogis is available on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram for a clip during the week. And I'm going to leave you with this. Much.